Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped. Something.
I wasn't expecting that
either. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny. I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things, of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
So Jojo, nice to meet you.
You too.
And I guess, where would you like to start? How do you want to use our time today?
Well, I have a part that I have a lot of, I've always had this intense tension in my neck, and I find myself constantly clenching, like that. And it goes, jaw, neck, shoulders. I'm always clenching. And I do all kinds of things to help, but when I'm aware, I'll try to relax. And then if my mind wanders even for a minute, I'm back to clenching. So it causes a lot of pain and yeah.
Okay, so there's some kind of tension in your neck, a part that's holding kind of a clenching. And when you do put your mind to it, then it does relax. But as soon as you get your mind off of it, it gets stronger.
Yeah.
And it's very painful.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's not constantly painful. It just over time, it builds up and it's painful, but it's not sharp pains. Right. It's more like that dull, achy pain. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So do you feel it right now?
Yeah. I mean, I can relax it.
Okay. Let me just find it, focus on it. Take a minute to breathe into it. As you begin to sense it, feel it, how are you feeling towards it, Jojo?
Frustrated.
There's another part that's showing up that's very frustrated at this kind of discomfort in the neck. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and see if the frustrated part could just step aside for a few minutes. We can really get to know the part that is very tense in your neck. Maybe we could hear from it. We just kind of get to know it today for a few minutes.
Okay.
Beautiful. So go ahead and focus on the tension, the clenching, the jaw, like the whole clenching area of your neck. Good. And how are you feeling now towards it?
I'm curious.
Beautiful. Okay. So you're feeling a little bit open towards it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe just focus on it for a minute and just maybe let's try to understand what it's trying to tell us. How long it's been around, how long you've known it.
Well, it's been around my whole life.
Okay. It's very old, or it started very young.
Yeah.
This type of chronic tension.
Yeah.
Okay. So how old would you say it is? How to put an age to it, this part?
Um, 3 comes to mind.
Okay. Okay. Could you focus on the 3-year-old? You see yourself, little Jojo?
Yeah.
Okay. And how are you feeling now towards her?
Compassionate.
So go ahead and let her know. And just introduce me to her.
Introduce you to her?
Yeah, that would feel right.
She's kind of scared and unsure.
Yeah. Makes sense. She's feeling a little scared now.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you feeling right now? How are you feeling?
A little anxious.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So does the anxious part need something from me or from you to help it relax?
She's saying maybe slow down.
Sure. No problem. Thank you. Okay. So why don't you just check in with your system now and see what you feel like you need?
I'm feeling okay.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you for naming that, for talking for that part. That takes a lot of courage and you really know what you need. I really appreciate that. Go ahead and just check in with your system and see where you want to go now and what you want to focus on now. What would need our attention?
Yeah, I see the little girl. She kind of like she climbed up on me and is holding on really tight.
How's that for you?
What's that?
How's that for you?
I guess I feel a little worried for her.
Okay. So speak for that part. What does that part have to say, the worried part?
I guess worried, it's like when someone's drowning and they're like kind of desperate and grabbing on to anything, and I'm worried that she's always going to be that way, and that I guess that she'll, that tension will just take over and be in charge.
Okay, so let me just reflect that back and tell me if I got it. So there's a part that is kind of feeling like this is like you're drowning. There's a desperation here. And it feels like there's a part that's afraid that you'll drown in this pain. This tension won't go away. There's like a hopelessness. This tension won't go away, and you're going to kind of just drown in it. And that this tension is going to kind of be in charge of your system and take over.
Yeah.
Okay. What else is showing up?
I also have compassion for the little girl who's scared. And
Good. Great. So she's the one who's holding all this fear? Or is there a part also today that's holding the fear? That this tension will take over and be in charge? Got another part? Or is she also, you said she's also scared? I'm just confused.
she's scared. She's scared, and then I think there's another part that's scared she's going to take over.
Okay, so little girl is scared. And there's another part that's scared that the tension will take over. This tension will never go away. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where are you now?
I'm here, and we're open.
What would feel right now to focus on?
What?
What would feel right now to focus on?
The little girl, just scared.
Does she feel like she needs our attention? That feels right. It doesn't feel too fast for you.
No.
Okay. So go ahead and just find a little girl. Would you feel right introducing me to her?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So go ahead.
Okay. She's okay.
Okay. What's happening now?
She's starting to feel calmer.
Right.
She's like, looking at you and feeling.
She's looking at me?
Yeah. And she's like open and she feels safe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does she see you, Jojo? Little girl? Does she see you?
Yeah.
She knows that you're there?
Yeah, I'm holding her.
Okay, good. So she's not in a certain scene? You've kind of taken her away from there? She's with you?
She's with me.
Have you met her before?
I don't think so.
You've never met this 3-year-old? The first time you're seeing her and being with her?
Yeah, I think so.
Have you met other small parts of yourself, other exiles?
Yes.
How are you feeling right now? You right now in the car, not you, Jojo, here in the present.
I'm feeling mostly calm.
Okay. And what else?
There's a little bit of fear.
Okay. Can you speak for that fear? Tell me about that.
Yeah. I guess the same fear that the tension part will never leave, never relax.
That's what you're feeling now? The fear that the tension will never go away?
Yeah.
Do you know what brings on the tension? What makes it better? What makes it worse? When it gets stronger? Ever times that you don't have it?
It's there all the time. It gets better if I'm like working with my upper body, like if I'm cleaning or building something. It gets worse if I'm feeling any like negative or what's the word? Like if there's any confrontation or people who are complaining or just kind of I'm feeling stressed.
Mm-hmm. So the pain is very much, the tension is very connected to being part of a confrontation or people complaining to you, which creates stress. And that makes it worse. You have parts that don't like confrontation, don't like when people complain to you.
Yeah.
Mm. You know those parts.
Not. I don't think I've talked to them before, but I definitely know that I'm afraid of confrontation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you know that you have parts that are afraid of confrontation.
Yeah.
Okay. And the tension gets better when you're building, you said, or cleaning?
Yeah.
You build?
Yeah, sometimes I build like tables and shelves and stuff like that.
You do like carpentry?
Yeah. I mean, I've never been trained or anything, but sometimes I do it for fun. I really like it.
Amazing. So creative. Mm-hmm. When you're using your upper body, you actually feel better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when you have confrontation or people complaining, you feel worse.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to maybe think of a recent situation where you were recently triggered by confrontation or complaining. We can work with that part a little bit. Would that feel right? Okay. Go ahead and just try to, find yourself in maybe a recent triggering situation where you were being confronted by someone or someone was complaining to you about something.
Yeah, last night, one of my roommates was complaining and I'd already heard the story several times, and she just kind of was on repeat mode and just telling the same story, and how somebody stole $10 from her, and part of me had compassion that she was feeling, hurt and unsafe, and then part of me was angry that she was taking everything personal and she thinks everything is sabotage, and I just wanted her to shut up if I'm being honest.
Right.
And
totally get that.
Excuse me.
Your roommate was complaining. It wasn't about you, but the negativity made you want her to shut up.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that someone's complaining about you, or it's just that they're complaining in general, the complaining energy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know that part of you that really has not so much tolerance for complaining energy, for repetitive complaining, circular complaining. Is that really what, am I getting it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So tell me more about that part of you. How did you come to develop a part that has a low tolerance for that?
Well, my dad's words are coming to my mind. And he was my abuser. I don't speak to him. And he would say things like, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Like you're being a victim. Yeah.
Wow. So you grew up with the dad that was abusive.
Yeah.
I would say things to you like, stop feeling sorry for yourself, stop being a victim. That's what comes to mind.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel now as you kind of hear those words and feel that energy?
I feel a little bad for judging her.
Judging who?
My roommate.
Oh, that makes you feel guilty for judging the roommate?
Yeah.
When you hear your dad's voice? Interesting.
Yeah.
I do understand that.
Yeah. For not having patience with her.
Mm-hmm. So you have a part now that feels like regretful that you didn't have patience with your roommate.
Yeah.
Okay. So can that part step aside for a few minutes? So we could be with the part that just kind of tapped into that memory of your dad and those lines. Okay, great. So go ahead and just find yourself in that energy of being told, stop being a victim. Don't feel so sorry for yourself. Tell me what comes up for you.
I feel like a little sad and like small.
The part that holds sadness, the part that feels small.
Mm-hmm.
And how are you feeling towards those parts as you hear from them?
Compassionate.
Okay, beautiful. Just go ahead and just be with that. Just let that girl know you really see her. You see how small she was made to feel and how sad she was. And that you really see her now. You get that. Where are you now, Joe?
My mind started to wander a little bit. I had to open my eyes because
No problem.
my hand.
It's no problem at all. Whatever you need. It's okay. You open your eyes if you need. And just see if the mind wandering part. Just step back. You can just focus again on that girl who was really holding that part. That little girl was holding the sadness, holding the feeling of being small. And just see if she could see you. If you could see her and you could begin to form a relationship with her, connect to her.
Okay.
Great. Let me know what happens.
Okay. I see her like she's in at the bottom of a well, like in like a long dark tunnel, and she's like dirty and sad and wants to get out, but there's no way out.
Wow.
And a memory comes to mind of I was probably around 3, and there was a little girl who had come over and we were taking a bath and she pooped in the bathtub. And I went and told my mom, and because I didn't know what to do, and the little girl took her poop in her hand, and she was so scared. And she handed it to my mom to throw out, and she was so scared that her dad was going to find out. And that always stuck with me, just seeing her fears, like seeing it on another little girl.
I mean, the friend, Jojo, the friend, your friend. You were at your friend's house, or they were at your house?
They were at my house.
Now, your friend took her poop and gave it to your mom?
Yeah.
And you remember the fear?
And she was, the fear in her eyes. Yeah.
And would you say she was what?
What?
What were you going to say? And then she was what?
She was just scared that her dad was going to find out. I guess I relate to her of, if I probably would have done the same thing, things that I did to try to hide so that my dad wouldn't find out any mistakes,
Wow. Okay. So you're saying you grew up with a lot of fear, and this story kind of symbolizes fear a child could hold of her father.
Yeah.
And how you're feeling like you would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
And there were times that you did have to very much hide, a lot of hiding growing up, hiding parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So how do you feel towards yourself now as you kind of hear this and just sense the story?
Part of me feels that compassion, but I also feel like kind of dissociated.
Do you have a part that dissociates?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what would feel right now, Jeff?
The girl in the well is coming to mind.
Okay, good. That makes sense. Beautiful. Thank you for bringing me back there. So can you focus on her? And she was sort of in the bottom of the well. And she really wanted to get out, but she felt there was no way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how are you feeling now towards that little girl?
I feel worried for her.
That makes sense to me. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What else do you feel as you see her longing to get out?
I feel sad. And I think there's also a part that's saying it doesn't want to deal with it.
Okay.
It's
the part doesn't want to deal with it, meaning
like I think in like the voice of my dad, like, oh, come on, she's exaggerating. Just get over it. Stop being a baby.
wow. So you have a lot of your dad's voices really that are kind of reverberating in your head.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's very loud. That part is very loud, like it's
Yeah.
So how do you want to answer that voice?
I guess ask it to step back.
Okay. Does that feel right?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and see if it'll give you permission. Just step back. You can continue to focus on the girl on the well.
Okay.
And see what she needs. Good. So go ahead. Just see if you could be there for her in the way that she would have needed someone then.
Okay.
Great. What's happening now, Dojo?
I'm down in the well with her.
Beautiful.
And I'm holding her and singing, "You Are My Sunshine."
Oh, wow. That's so beautiful. How does she feel?
She's feeling better. She likes it.
Great. Great. What feels like needs to happen next?
Getting out of the well.
Okay, good. So go ahead. Just take her out whenever it feels right. And see if you can find a safe place to keep her. What's happening now?
We're in a cabin in the woods, and I'm holding her in a rocking chair on the porch.
Beautiful. Great. Ask her if there's anything she wants to release from that time that she'd want to really just let go of. She could release it to fire, water, air, earth, God, sky, any of the elements of nature that you want to really release this. Maybe some of the stuff that she took inside that you want to really let go of now.
Okay. She wants to release the water.
Beautiful. Do you know what she wants to release?
Emotional pain, feeling forgotten and abandoned.
Yeah, totally. So go ahead and release that emotional pain, feeling forgotten and abandoned, the water in your mind's eye. And let me know when it feels complete for now.
Okay.
Beautiful. Great. Before we end today, do you want to invite in any qualities that you might need in the empty space? The release you just did, maybe to invite some qualities in that you might need for the future.
Love,
Sure.
presence, patience.
Yeah. Beautiful. Anything else?
Kindness.
Yeah.
Tolerance.
Mm. Joy. Yeah. So go ahead. I'm just inviting all those qualities into your system. How are you doing now?
Good. Relaxed.
Good. Just kind of just check where she wants to stay. Is she in a safe place in the cabin in the forest? That feels right for now. Okay.
Yeah.
And just let her know you're going to see her again. You're not really going anywhere. You will come back to her when the time feels right. Okay. You can just check in with the tension we started with, your neck, your clenching. How's that?
It's feeling looser.
Beautiful. Good. Anything else that you need before we end for today?
No. Thank you.
How you feeling now? How was that for you?
Good. I'm feeling much calmer and less tension, and glad I got to know those parts.
Yeah, you did really beautiful work. Have you done this?
Thank you.
Are you like used to this work? Have you done this work before?
Yeah, with James. James and I have been doing it for a while. So.
Wow. It really seems like you really have a lot of self energy. A lot in your system. Yeah, it's really, really beautiful.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Okay. I guess this is goodbye for now.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye, Jojo.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows? That might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube. And they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.